we're back for another video. Today we're doing ultralight lure fishing for trout, and we are at Grassholme Reservoir. It's another one of the reservoirs I work with or work at as part of my role in Northumbrian water, looking after the reservoirs and the fisheries and the sites up here in the northeast. And I'm very privileged because I know how many fish go in and how big they are, and what I know is we put a lot of them in and a lot of big ones recently, so I am fully taking advantage of that, and unashamedly so. We're going to go ultralight lures, probably due to the wind and distance we're going to need. We'll be on spoons for most of it, but I do want to try and get them some on soft plastics and maybe some other weird and wonderful methods as well. But we're just going to see what happens. I've got no idea. I know there's a lot of fish in there, so I've got half an idea we're going to catch a few fish, but how many and how big is a total mystery. So we're just going to cover ground. We'll start at the top end, sort of by the bridge, and we'll work our way down that bank and see if we can bump into a few. And yeah, just play the day by ear. I'm probably not going to spend all day here, just a few hours, and just try and get a little bend in the rod. Let's do it. Nice one there. It's unfortunate. I feel like a good fish as well. Next one. Not slacking the line. Good one, I think. Yeah, it's a decent one. Not a monster, I don't think. Could be. It's not small. That's a good fish. Very good fish, actually. It's just that little orange spoon. Just sped up the retrieve a little bit. I think that's just what triggered him. He's probably following it. Just sped up a little bit. It nailed it. Good fish. Getting ready. Try and turn it. I'm going to use a single barb of silk, so there's every chance it could pop off, but I'm not keeping them anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'd like to give you guys a closer look, but from my point of view, I've had my fun now. Here comes that silk well. It's a massive fish, actually. Come on, have enough, mate. Just to remind you guys, this is a stocked rainbow trout. This isn't a pike. This is a big fish. Can't get his head up. There we go. That's a monster. Right. Give you guys a quick look. Not sure you can see it. That's an absolute beast. Where's my hook? Just inside his mouth there, get my forceps on it. There you go. Single barbed hook, actually, guys. I'm just gonna push this fish off into slightly deeper water to give it a chance to recover. I'm more than ready to go. There it goes. Well, that's a good start. Name of the game today is going to be not to stay in one place for too long. So, you know, if I've had half a dozen casts and no bites, we'll move along and just keep mobile, cover some ground, and just keep trying to find fresh fish that we haven't covered already. I think that's the best tactic. So, I'm not going to go far down. I'm just going to take a 10-yard walk down the bank and see if we can get another one. At some point in the day, I'll definitely switch on to trying some soft plastics as well. Once you really nail down on where they are, hopefully slow things down a bit, and fish with light jig heads and soft plastics and really pick it apart. But for the time being, I'm just gonna fish quick, like stick and move, little spoons, fish them quick throw, look for indications. If I start getting bites or hits every cast, then I know it's worth slowing things down and having another go with something else a bit slower. But right now I'm just sort of using, you can think of the spoons as like a search bait. I'm using it to locate fish rather than even necessarily catch them. I mean, very often it will, but it's not the objective. I'm happy to just get indications from a spoon and then do some damage with soft plastics. That's usually, oh, this one, oh, I was taking it on the drop, that one. Oh, there you go, that shows. Just as I was saying, that's usually the method. See, I've had a bite there now, I have another cast over there. If I have another fish or an indication, then I will switch onto something a bit slower, because that might have just been moving a bit quick for him to fully engulf it. It's just nipped at the end of it probably. Mind you, it took it on the end of the cast, so it could well have just taken it on the drop. There's a fish. Looks like another good one. You can see this rod, the action in it, it's got a real sort of through action, and there's a reason for that. These trout, you can see it shaking its head, they jump and they do all sorts of horrible things. You need that action in the rod to absorb it all. If you've got quite a stiff rod or a fast rod, you end up losing a lot of fish. This one looks like it's going to behave itself. It could have a turn yet. So, nowhere near as big as that first one. It's a good fish still. I'll get it in net quite quickly. Come on, mate. Come on, just have a quick look here, I'll let you go. There we go. Tap the rod between the legs. It's another good fish, like. Hooks just in the nose. I'll get my forceps round to it. Hooks out. Ooh. Forceps clip back on. Make sure you guys can see her. Another good fish, like. Quite a deep one. There we go. Give her a second to recover. She's fine already. Turn her head round, she'll be alright. Turn your head round, mate. That way. There we go. Another one. I'm flying out of the water. I wonder if I put that on the GoPro. Probably not at the angle it was. Quite a distance out. Again, it's a good fish. Really see the need for these through action rods on this fish. It's shaking its head and going like nuts and jumping and all sorts of nasty, horrible things that trout do. Oh, I've got a wet foot. That's not good. It's a much smaller fish, you can tell from the head shapes. Still a good one. I think I'm just spoiled. Come on now. There we go. Hook out. That is fish number 3. There it goes. Alright, well there's obviously a few fish here, but there's some other guys fishing not too far away, and yeah, every fish I catch is one they don't. So I'm going to move off, let them have the lion's share of it for a while, and I'll pop back later. I'll have a good walk away from everyone, try and find some fish that haven't been bothered, and get a few more bites elsewhere. There we go. There's number 4, if I can let it get it in. Feels like another good one actually. Hit me like a steam train. Coming at me. Where is it? Try and sneak it into the net without me know what's going on. Don't wake up. Long fish, really long fish. Didn't like that. Whoa! This fish is wanting all the fight in the first 2 foot of the bank. Come on, mate. Don't be silly. There we go. Wow, really nice, long, lean fish. Oh, it's got a load of line there. Oh, see if we can help this fish out a bit. I'll get my hook out. Alright, where'd that line go? Right, this fish has got someone else's line in it, so I'm going to try and do it a favour. Oh, that's long gone. I might knock this fish and give it to one of the lads down there. Right, I think that fish is not going to last. That's probably why it's quite long and lean. It's got a hook in its gut, so we're going to quickly humanely dispatch this fish, and I'll give it to someone who's going to use it, because that's the best thing to happen, I think. GoPro's well wonky, you have to deal with that till I've landed this fish. Another long one. Jesus Christ, the fish nearly run itself in the bank. Hook out. Ugh. The fish just coughed up a load of pellets. The fresh stocky. Okay, I'm going to make a little bit of a switch. I've gone from the little orange spoon to exactly the same spoon, which is Shimano Cardiff, I think, to a white one. Exactly the same spoon, 4.5 grams, same shape, exactly the same. Just gone from orange to white, see if that makes a difference. There's one. That's quite close, that one. Oh no, that's it. The next trap was caught then. Oof. I wish it wouldn't. Alright, come on. Another good fish, like. Oh, in the net and out again. Oh, didn't like that. Straight in the net, mate. There we go. Another big lump. Yeah, nice close look at this one. Lovely fish. And there's my spoon in its mouth. Let's get it out while it's facing the right way. That's in the net, which is brilliant. Come on, mate. Alright, chill. I'll get my spoon out. I can get you. No, I'll let you go. I'll get my spoon out afterwards. Gone. Jesus Christ. I think that's a real big one. Oh my God. That hit me so hard, it actually made me jump. It's a big fish. Feels really heavy. No crazy head shakes yet either. Coming at me. What's going on? Jesus Christ. That's a big fish. This is a monster. Get in that net. Nope, didn't like that. It's too deep for me to get a net under it. I can barely jump, it's so big. There we go. Oh, that is a monster. Absolutely ridiculous. Wish I could give you a bit more perspective on that, but that is, let me put my hand on it. Make sure you can see it. That is, I mean, it's probably close to, if not over, double figure. That is ridiculous. Ooh. It's more than ready to go back. Okay, just gonna give that fish a bit of time. And away it goes. That is an absolutely ridiculous fish. Ridiculous. Well, that would have, well, it definitely was my lure caught PB trout. It might have even rivaled my overall PB, which was £11 and a few ounces, I forget exactly. But do I need to keep them? No. There's a lot of fish in here. There's a lot of fish for me to go and catch in the future. I don't tend to eat them that much. If I do, I tend to smoke them, put them in a smoker, and I just can't be bothered to do it at the moment. So I think that fish can live to see another day and hopefully make someone else very happy. But yeah, it almost certainly would have been a PB. It was very deep, and when it came in, I couldn't get the net under its belly to scoop it. And you could see there's just it wasn't none of those crazy head shaking runs. It was just steady power, just pulling line off the drag. My drag's not set fantastically light. It's light enough for trout fishing, but that fish was having no issue taking line when it wanted to. So it seems like that little switch to a white spoon was the right move. Whether I'd caught that fish on the orange spoon, who knows? But I missed a lot of takes on the orange spoon. I've had the white one on for 30 minutes, and I think I've had 2 fish and lost one as well. So I think that was fish number 7, maybe 8. Can't remember. It's fish 7 or 8. But yeah, it's been a good. I mean, I've not been fishing long, maybe less than 2 hours, and I've had 8, had loads of bites and lost 4 or 5. So yeah, good bit of fishing. So we're gonna carry on. We'll just keep moving down. I think just bumping into one fish at a time and keep on moving and see how many we can tot up by the end of this video. Another one. Nowhere near as big as that other one. Smaller fish. Still not tiny, but I think when you caught a fish of that size, almost everything is going to feel smaller. Come on out. There you go. Come on. There we go. I think that's number 8. 8 or 9. I'll say 8. There we go. Fish unhooked. Get out to slightly deeper water. Wrong way, mate. That way. Brilliant. There's one. That one swam at me. I didn't even feel the bite. The line just went slack. This is another big fish, I think. Another one that feels very heavy. Don't know if it's quite as big. A bit head shaky to be a real big one. big one. It's a big one. Could barely get out of the water when it jumps. Ridiculous. That drag is not loose. This is a big fish. This is genuinely hurting my arm. I wouldn't be shocked if this fish comes off. I've been playing it for too long. Little single bulbous hooks, they work themselves out after a while. These rods do a great job of keeping themselves compressed and keeping that hook where you want it, but with trouts jumping and thrashing and things like that, they do chuck hooks, so I wouldn't be shocked if I lose this fish. It feels like I've had it on for ages. Don't touch those rocks. Right. Get them ready. Let's call up in the forceps. Trying to put, no. I'm not trying to put too much pressure on it because I don't want to piss it off any more than it already is. Alright, come on. Didn't like the net. Get away from those rocks. Oh my god. Come on. Keep it going. No. Keep it coming. Keep your head in that net. No! Oh. Geez, my arm is actually in bits. I wouldn't be surprised if the first part of this fight is cut off. So I'm only running 5-minute clips. I don't know how long I've been playing it for, but it feels like more than 5 minutes. Right, in. Oh. This fish is ridiculous. Right, let's put pressure on it. Get in. Yes. It's not even as big as, oh, it's big. It's very big. Hey, stop it. Hooks out. Now, I'm sure this doesn't do this size of this fish any justice, but that is a ridiculous fish. Get his head out. Get it righted. Wrong way, mate. Unbelievable. Probably close to double figures again. Unreal. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a little break because legitimately my arms hurt. And then I might go down the other end. It looks like it's flat calm down the other end. I've caught enough fish now that I'm sort of satisfied, but it'd be worth trying a few different methods. I'd like to get one on the top water if possible, and then some soft plastics. But the fish here seem to be at such a distance I can't hit them with the soft plastics. Only the spoons is reaching them. So I think I'm gonna get back in the car, have a little break, maybe have a coffee, go down the damn wall end and try and really slack water down there, see if there's fish close in, and try and get them on a couple of different methods, because as much fun as I'm having catching them on spoons, it gets, well, it's a bit of a repetitive thing. When you know how to catch them, it's not that exciting for me. So I'd like to move off now and try something different. So let's do that. There's one. That didn't take long. 4 or 5 casts. Oh, it's one that, mate. Energetic. Jesus Christ. Oh. Magnet on my neck keeps getting caught on my forceps. Come on now. There we go. Oh, now my net's caught in a crack on the damn wall. Oh, it's at the net. Jesus. What happened there? Brilliant. Right. Get the forceps on it. Hook out. Fish never really left the water apart from when it jumped. Make sure it's got its head up right. Gone. I was going to let it recover, but I don't think it needed it. Right in close. Right in close. Saw that fish swell. I just decided to continue the retrieve off to the right because I thought I saw a fish swell. Right. That's a good fish actually, I think. Right, that's those 2 I've had now are close enough that it's worth me getting on something different, I think. That's a big one as well. Keep your head down, mate. Right, now your head comes up. In the net. In the net. Oh, come on now. Oh, come on. Into that. That's another big fish. Spoon's come out in the net. Spoon's out. Let's get the rod out of the way. It's more than ready to go. Yeah, good look at it before it does. It's probably not as big as those 2 earlier, maybe 7, I guess. Come on now, right. Dip the head out. There it goes. Nothing wrong with that fish. Well, I think there's a pretty good chance I missed the first part of that fight. I just got to turn the GoPro back on. But this, if I can land it. Let's see if I can land it first before I start talking about it. is in a net, and that is fish number 13, I believe. Get the hook out straight away. Hook's out. Fish is already ready to go. Away it goes. Fish number 13. I think, maybe 12, but we'll say 13. Well, what I thought I was saying to the GoPro then, which I probably wasn't because I wasn't recording, was I've been on top water for 20 minutes and nothing. Saw a few fish rise at distance, sort of pretty much as far as I can cast with a spoon. Switched back onto the spoon, 3 or 4 casts later, another one. So I think that just shows the going method today. The fish just, I've got no reason to come right in close. I've not seen anything on the water. I've not seen no rises in close. I know I had that couple of fish in the corner down there, but I think that was more luck than a pattern. I'm sure if I grinded it all day, I could probably get them on the top water, but I want to get bites. I'm having fun. I think I'm on 13 now, maybe 12. 13 or 12, I've totally lost count. I mean, I'll put some sort of fish counter on this video, I'm sure. So you'll have a better idea than I will at this point. But we'll just keep on cracking on, see how high we can get this this fish counter. If we can get sort of 15, 20 fish for a few hours fishing, I would be very happy with that. I think that would constitute a very good day. There's one, right in close again, but deep. That's why I can't get them to come up for the top water, I guess. Too deep. That's why the spoon's getting them. Another big fish. Long fish, really long fish. Right, let's get the net unclipped. Come on. Come on, buddy. So a quick look at you and put you back. Really hard fighting fish, these, unreal. This rod's doubled over. Not into the bank, mate, nope. It's on my net. There we go. Super long fish. Definitely not the heaviest, but maybe one of the longest I've had today. Nip that hook out. Come here. Hook's out. Oh, fish is ready to go back. Just put it out in a bit of depth of water, get its head out of the net. Away it goes. Okay, I think I'm on 14 fish now. I'm going to move around a little bit. I've caught a few fish from here. I don't like sitting on groups of fish. If you're getting a few from an area, I like to leave them alone. Sort of feels like a bit unfair. Shooting fish in a barrel kind of thing. So I'd rather find singles. So I've had 4 from this short little bit. So I'm going to go around. I'd really like to get them on something else, but I think it's just one of those days where spoons are king, and you can flog it with other methods, but it's probably not going to be that effective. So we'll probably just stick with spoons now and see if we can rack up some serious numbers. Well, there's definitely not as many fish over this side, or as much activity, or willing fish is probably the right way to put it. I think this is the first place I've stopped so far and not had a bite, or a fish actually. So I think the indication is there's so many fish in at the moment. if you're not on them, you're not on them. And I've not had any reason to believe this fish here, so I'm just going to keep moving. I could quite easily go back up the top end, which I still might do, and just towards the end to finish on a high. But I like to. I don't often fish Grassholme, so it's nice for me to get out and have a good walk along the bank and sort of learn it a little bit. So I'm going to make myself way down, not all the way down this side, but a fair way down this side until I sort of start finding fish again, and give it a good old go. And then, like I said, we'll probably end up going back up the top end for an hour, maybe 45 minutes, just to catch a few fish and finish the video on a high. But we'll head up this way now and just see if we can bump into a few more. I've walked a fair way down here, haven't even had a knock, so I don't think there's many fish on this bank. I'll head back round, I think, maybe try the downwall again for 5 minutes, and then head up the top end before calling it a day. I was literally just about to leave, I just saw a fish rise right close in. Probably not got the right thing on. See if I can put something a bit more selective on, so I can fish a bit shallower. Ooh, get the spoon off. Let's try this. Right. Stay well back off the water's edge. Just take my GoPro out to start with. There you go. You're not going to feel drunk now. Oh. I didn't hook that. Felt it. Hopefully you saw that. There we go. One on the soft plastic. Brilliant. Oh, this might be a good one as well, actually. Goes to show, I've been catching them on spoons everywhere. I fished all the way through here with spoons and couldn't get a knock. Didn't even have a bite. I've cast a soft plastic for 3 minutes, 4 minutes. I've had one on. I lost it and I got another one. This one is not happy either. Goes to show the merit of changing up sometimes, just because something was working in a different area of the water or earlier in the day or whatever. Oh, there's fish everywhere. There's another one just rose behind me. It's always worth trying something else. It's a good fish, not massive. There we go, in the net. That's a big fish. Right, let's get the hook out. Hook's nearly out already on its own, actually. There you go. Right, make sure you can see it. There we go. Give the fish a little bit of a chance to recover. Head out the net. Away it goes. I think I'm going to switch to a slightly bigger, bulkier and chunkier soft plastic. Not for any other reason, I just want to be able to cover a bit more water, cast a bit further, just maybe fish it a bit quicker to keep it up, I suppose, but just to see if it makes a difference. Okay, just switched to a heavier jig head and a bigger, chunkier soft plastic, just see if it makes a difference. I think this is 1.5 grams, plus it's a chunky body there, so there's probably a couple of grams to that, so it's probably 3.5 grams, maybe 4, which is not dissimilar to what I was casting with that spoon, so, but it should stay further higher up in the water, but we'll give it a go. Okay, well, I've cycled through a few baits here and it's gone off, so I think we'll head back to the downwall. A weird one there, it was just there for a minute, there was loads of fish, you could see them rising, and then all of a sudden they've either gone or switched off. It might have just been a shoal passing through. So we'll carry on with the plan we had. We'll head over to the dam wall, walk along there, see if we can catch a fish in there, and then head up the top end to finish off. Oh well, I'm absolutely gutted because that was a cool take and I've missed it because I forgot to turn my camera back on. I'm still persevering with soft plastics. I had this fish on twice, it came off. Third time, it stuck. I was sort of just thinking of that, switching over to spoons, but I'm glad I persevered. I'm switching back to spoons, I should say. So this will be, I think, fishing. If I can get a net, let's get a net first, and then we'll talk about what fish it is. In the net. Don't like it. Get it in the net. I think that's fish number 16. Right, let's make sure you can see it. See that soft plastic hanging out of his mouth? Oh, that was never coming off. There we go, another nice fish. Right, away it goes. Oh, there's another one on the soft plastics. Okay, this is cool. I think the trick is keeping it up in the water. I think the spoons were getting too deep. He was catching the odd one, but there's a lot of fish here. And if I keep the rod tip up, I can fish that. I can fish quite a heavy soft plastic quite high in the water. When I say heavy, it's still only 3.5 grams or 4 grams maybe all in. Literally just put my net on this consecutive casts. Whee! Come on. In the net. Fish, that's another long fish. I think that's fish number 17, I think. Ooh, let's get that hook out. Oh, the hook's out, I think. What's happened there? Let's get the fish back and I can worry about the hook. There we go. Fish. I love that with soft plastic. You just keep working it till it just loads up. No need to strike, just keep reeling it until it goes solid. It's much like if any fly fisherman watching this, when you're snake fishing, you're roly-poly and there's no need to set the hook, you just keep pulling until the hook's in the fish properly. Brilliant fun, like. I haven't really got an idea of how big this fish is yet. I haven't done anything. No, it's not a monster. It's still a good fish, like. I think I'm being spoiled today. Ooh. Come on now. Hey, do I count that? No, didn't count in that. For the sake of numbers, we're not counting it. So we're still on 17. Okay, soft plastic bite seems to have gone off a little bit, so we are going to switch to a spoon. I'd like to get to 20 fish. If I get to 20 fish, I won't even bother going to the top end. I'll just call it a day there. A nice milestone to leave it at. Okay, I think I'm going to have a handful of casts right in the corner of the dam wall here, by the overflow. If now happens there, I'll be up at the top end just to get that last 3 to finish on a nice round 20, which would be lovely. There's one. Oh, it's off. Bugger. Absolute bugger. There's another one. Try and get this fish down so it doesn't come off. Come on. Oh no, my net's stuck. Come on. Unnecessary. Totally unnecessary. Oh, it's off! Balls! Big balls! That one was definitely my fault, bullied it. Silly. Shouldn't have bullied it. Oh well. That's a bite and 2 lost fish in 3 casts. So there's obviously a few down this end. I can probably get my 20 from down here. There's one. See if I can keep this one to stick. Jesus! What is wrong with that fish? Really not happy. That was a ridiculous run. I hope my hand wasn't in the way from that and you saw it jump. This fish is really not pleased. Right, I want to put this one in the net. I don't want to keep losing them. Thought I lost it then. This fish has got bundles of energy. Come on, in the net. Let's break the losing streak. Get in the net, yes. Ah, great, well that feels good after losing a few. Let's have a look at where the hook is. Where is it? On that side. There we go. Oh, wow. Stop. Right, hook's out. Give this fish a second to recover because that was not a fantastic unhooking procedure. It was hooked right at a tough bit of its scissors of its jaw. There you go. Away it goes. Oh, there's one. Oh, it's come off again. What's going on? Let's check this hook. It's a new hook I put on earlier. Nothing wrong with it. Absolutely sticky sharp. There's one. Come on now. Nothing silly. It's a nice and boring fight. Just come to the net. It would be lovely. No mad runs or jumping or anything silly. Yeah, like that. Don't do that. was nice fun. Come on, this way. Oh, didn't like that. Got one look at me and decided I didn't want to be in the net. Come on, in the net. Nothing silly. Nothing silly. Come on now. Head up. Head up. Straight in the net. Straight in the net. Straight in the net. Yes. 90. Another lump. Look at it. What a ridiculous fish. Ugh. Alright, let's get this hook out. Hook's out. I'll get this one on the proper camera as well. Oh, absolutely cracking fish. Giving it a couple of seconds to recover. It's more than ready to go back. I've just got to get its head the right way. No, that way, mate. Come on now. There we go. Brilliant. Here we go. Here we go. Stay on. Stay on. Oh, nothing silly like that. Jesus Christ. Come on, I want to go home. Get in there. Nice and quick. Easy, easy, easy. No, 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 no. No, what are you doing? Nutter. God, this fish is doing everything to try and shake the hook. Come on, that's it, head up. No, no, no. Oh, come on, play the game. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Get in that net. Yes. That, I believe, is number 20, which is just unbelievably silly. Just ridiculous. Hook's out. Fish is more than ready to go already. Oh, just needs to face the right way. Gone. Woohoo! Oh, right. Time to get home and rest my arm. But before I do that, I am going to take 2 minutes just to show you what I've been using and what's been working. Right, okay, we're going to call it a day there. Just before I go, like I said, I'm going to run you through very quickly what I was using and what was working. No shocker really, it was the little orange spoon. Done most of the damage, which I'll show you there if I can get it to focus. It's a Shimano spoon. I'll spin it around. Oh, that is the right way. It's a Shimano spoon. I think it's a Shimano Cardiff, and it is, what is it, 4.5 grams, and just a little single barbless hook on the back. No need for anything else. It's brass on one side, orange on the other. That caught probably the vast majority. This one caught a few as well. Exactly the same spoon, but in like a pearlescent white, same deal. Shimano Cardiff, 4.5 grams, little single hook. Then the soft plastics that I caught on today. First I caught on that, which is a little homemade jig head that I make at home, just with a fly jig hook from Fulling Mill, a little bead, just resined on, and then a little soft plastic on the back. I think that's one of the Lucky John trick worms. And then when I sort of twigged I needed to fish it a bit further out, I wanted something a little bit bigger. So that's one of them, which is the Mollix jig head, so that's the 1.5 grams. And then this is, I forget where I got these from. I can't even remember where I got these soft plastics from, but it's a much bigger body profile, a bit heavier, makes it a bit easier to cast it a fair distance. I don't think colour was necessarily important today. It was more about putting it in front of a fish that was willing. Now, the lures I'm using, obviously they're important. They're what catches the fish, but it's all about having a balanced setup, and you can't use or cast these very light lures effectively without having the right gear to do it. So I've got my St. Croix panfish, which is 6'4", and it is rated, I don't even know what the casting weight on this, what is it, 1/16 to 1/4, so that's a little under 2 grams, is it, up to, I don't know, 4 or 5. I have got a St. Croix Trout series as well, which is a little bit lighter. I tend to use for my sort of river fishing for brownies and for like sort of real close in stuff. But today, this is my sort of what I use for reservoirs. It's a little bit longer than my Trout series, and it's got a little bit more power in the lower section. So, you know, sort of those monsters we hooked today. If you was on a really light setup, you might have struggled. And then the reel, I've got my 7 GSS50, the 750 GS series. And then mainline, I've got the favourite Arena 5-pound braid down to a very short, maybe, I don't know, less than 2 foot, maybe 2 foot, fluorocarbon leader. I've gone quite heavy with it, mainly because I didn't want to have to keep retying all day, but I think it's 8 pound. You could probably go much lighter if you wanted to, but like I said, I sort of half knew there'd be some big fish on the cars today. So go heavier rather than lighter. You don't want to be losing fish or snapping fish off. And then a little tiny snap. That is one of the ones from Spro. It's the Spro fluoro snaps or fluoro clips. I forget exactly what they're called. And that's it. You just switch out whichever lure works. And I do, when I'm trout fishing, I tend to set my drag quite loose because they will shake their head and you'll lose them if you don't let them take line. So the rod action is really important. Through action, loose drag, balance setup, all those things right, you cannot fail to catch fish. You just got to put it in front of them. We moved around today. We covered a lot of fish. We caught a lot of fish from different areas. Don't think there was anywhere we stopped we didn't catch fish. So it just goes to show, you know, you just keep moving, find them, catch a couple of fish, move on, find the next. I think I had 20 fish today. There's a good chance I've miscounted. So by this point in the video, you guys will know more than I do. So I could be a little bit short of that or a little bit over. Don't know. But we had a really, really good fun day. So yeah, this setup, this what I've using will work at all the reservoirs we use that have any method fishing. So stock trout, so Grassholme, Derwent, Fontburn, Kilda, Hanningfield down the south. It's all the same stuff. You cannot go wrong. Really light balance setup, light braid, spoons and soft plastics, and you'll catch tons and tons of fish. Right, we're going to wind it up there. Hopefully you enjoyed that video, and I shall see you on the next one.